Thanks for joining us, and let's get started.
Welcome to our series on Rediscovering Your Happiness Power. This is the beginner series inspired by the book The Laughing Billionaire, How to Become Rich and Happy. Today, let's talk about finding deeper meaning through giving. We'll address the importance of hosting and being a good host, giving selflessly, and the importance of volunteering. As usual, we'll introduce you to your personal challenge, which is designed to get you in the habit of practicing things that are healthy for the new you. Ready? Awesome. Let's get started. With that, we invite you to get settled in a place where you can digest this information without interruption or struggle, clear your mind, and get ready to take the next step in a vital transformation. Let's start with a brief moment of silence to focus and meditate on what you're about to learn, receive, and practice.
Hi everybody. In this session, I would like to talk to you about the true essence of the idea of giving. If you think about the idea of giving. Now first, before even we go into the idea of giving, why do we need to give? When you give, you have less, right? I mean, if you think about it, I mean, why should I give? You have a $100 bill, you give 20, you give it 80. You know, you got 80, why should I give? It seems like I'm losing. But can you imagine that you are only inhale without exhale? How's that feel? I'm holding it. I'm not giving it away. You gotta give it away to get something new, get something refresh. Giving is just get the world going. That's the way this universe operates. You gotta give. You wanna be happy? You gotta give. You gotta share. You gotta give. You gotta share. If you're into yourself, me, and myself, and my little ego is kind of celebrating on top of my head, you got yourself more, but you got yourself more misery too. More panic, more sadness, more problem. If you truly make a decision today that giving either become important to you or you're open-minded right now to listen to me about giving, we are doing well here. Why are we doing well? Because I will tell you, with many years of my experience with people, working with so many people, in the end of the day, that's what matters. Are you tuning into how can I give, how can I share, how can I be there for you? Or in tuning, how can I receive, how can I go? Think about it like that. Did you ever see two people, one thinking how to get everything they ever wanted, and the other person thinking about how can I give to every individual person in the room? They both look the same. One is looking around, how can I get what I want? The other person looking around, how can I give whatever I can help to those people around? On the outside, they look the same. But if you look at their face expression. One looked miserable because he never believed that he achieved what he meant to be achieving. It's never good enough. The one who gives is actually so excited that he finds another opportunity to give. So the opportunity to give is for you. It's not for the other person. And a lot of time we're missing that point. And for that reason, we stop giving. I'm not giving you because I'm saving you. I'm giving you because it feels good to give. And until you don't get out of that addiction of receiving, you can feel good about giving. It takes time to overcome the need to receive, the need for approval, the need to be recognized, the need for people clapping their hand for how great I am. All those things, my friend, has to come from giving. Now, when we talk about giving, one of the best way to start giving is to host people at your home. Let me tell you, this is the one. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. And I tell you, if you never did it before, the first time you're doing it, you will be annoyed by that. People start touching things you don't want them to touch. People reaching into the album that you want to hide in the corner. People touching the dishes that you told them don't touch those dishes. And you're gonna become better with the time. Don't judge yourself. Don't hate yourself. Beginning of giving, a true sharing, take time. It's a practice. But hosting, giving you all that practice for free. You don't need to go to school for that. You just invite people to your home, have dinner with you, making sure that the home is open. A lot of time I see people invite people to the home and they take a walk into the house. The reason sometimes they take the walk, I always make a joke from that. They take a walk, it's basically they're telling them, you're not going to touch those all areas, so you only see it with me. Now we're going back to dinner, never go to that room again, you know? So when you have that agenda in your head, there's no sharing, there's no giving. And for that reason, you're not practicing giving. The giving is for you. You know, I thought, before I met my wife, I thought giving meaning just giving, just give a piece. And I thought that if I have dinner, and I have a piece of, steak on my plate or a piece of vegan dish or fish, then giving means that I'm giving you the part on my plate that I don't like. That's giving, right? That part of the fish I really can't stand at the head. I cut the head and I give it to you. That's giving, right? I gave you a piece. The piece that I don't like. No, that's not giving. Giving starts by giving something that you truly love, that you truly like. So when you invite people to your house, you're host. You are the host. You are the most beautiful person. Now you have to think about the people who are coming to be your guest in your house. What can I give them? What can I do for them? How can I give them the best piece of the meat? How can I give the best drink? How can I give them whatever that I can give them, which was difficult for me to give before? That's a practice of giving. So that's why hospitality, making sure people coming into your home. And I tell you something, if your home didn't have a visit more than 6 months, most probably the house itself, I believe, again, that's my personal belief system, that maybe the house is a little sad. And the house is a little sad because everybody want to have a guest in their house. Everybody want to have people to come to their house. But because of the trust issue that we develop, that we don't trust people, we don't allow people into our house so we can practice through them the idea of giving and sharing. And by doing that, and the only way I can prove that point to you is by you doing it. I cannot tell you that I'm right. I cannot tell you that you are wrong. I cannot tell you none of that. There is certain things in life that need practice. That one of those things that need practice. When you wake up in the morning, you cook dinner for your friend who come in the evening. You work really hard. You do everything you can in your power to serve that dinner. And when everybody's sitting around the table, you actually did it. I know Thanksgiving dinner work like that, but Thanksgiving dinner, it's once a year. It's not enough. It's not enough. You got to do it way more often. And Thanksgiving dinner might be too designed. It's so designed that we know how to smile, who to smile to, what to say, what not to say. And then we're so happy everybody go home. Hey, get out of here. Thank you for coming. And we can't believe there is Christmas coming soon, right? I mean, we're in panic, or Hanukkah, whatever it is. So every person, start thinking about when you host people, when you have a guest in your house, that's the beginning of you acting as a sharing person. As I mentioned before I met my wife, I used to think giving is an act. Giving has to be when you give the part on your plate that you like. You don't give the leftover. Somebody gave my neighbor a gift of 2 bicycles. So my neighbor come and tell me the story about those 2 bicycles he just received. I say, how you like the bicycle? I say, I don't like it. It doesn't work. So what do you mean it doesn't work? He said, he just gave me 2 bicycles that doesn't work. So we start laughing together. That's not considered giving. You understand? Because giving is to give something to an individual, not dumping something in their house, not dumping on somebody's plate the part that you don't like, because that's basically almost like giving. I found just a place I can recycle the thing I don't want in my life and put it in their domain. That's not giving. True giving is there is sacrifice. It's got to be some type of sacrifice. Sacrifice of your love, time, domain, physical domain. So if it is food, if it is time, that's a true giving. Every true giving has to be something which is very dear to you. You still want it, but you give it. If you don't want it anymore, it's not considered true giving. For that reason, when we look at one of the greatest way to give is to volunteer. And when you volunteer, whatever volunteering you choose, that's up to you, whatever you want to do in your life. I mean, I believe in volunteering for many, many years. I'm doing that. It's a wonderful way for spiritual growth. It's a wonderful way for you to grow. It's getting you to a higher level of understanding of life because you're giving time. You're giving yourself. And how you're doing it is with love. You do it with love. You're giving time. You're giving part of your life. Part of your life, whatever you volunteer at the hospital, whatever you volunteer at the spiritual organization, whatever you volunteer to help to feed the poor, whatever you volunteer to go and buy some clothes for children who have nothing to wear, doesn't matter what it is that you volunteer for. The idea that you commit your life for volunteering, you commit your life to go out of your comfort zone and give and share for the sake of the other person will have a better life. This is by itself is unbelievable. But let me tell you, a lot of time when we volunteer, a lot of time when we give, we think we are the one who is doing the favor. A true giving is when you realize that actually the person who received from you giving you a chance. Give you a chance to create a beautiful moment that I will be in a position of a giver. All human beings, by the way, all human beings, even the one that considers themselves selfish, want to give. Every person, if you want to know what happiness equal to, happiness equal sharing, giving. That's what the happiness is. You are happy as much as you give. So when you have a person who needs your time, needs your advice, needs your direction, and you're there for them, and you give them that time, the one who gave, in the end, look at the one who received and say, hey, thank you for the opportunity. When people come to be guests in your house, eat from your food that you make, enjoy what you did for them, thank you for coming. Without you, what would I do? I cannot share. A lot of time, people who come to see me for lectures, say, oh, thank you for the lecture, thank you. I always say it as a joke, I say, I thank you. Can you imagine what it means to talk to a lot of empty chairs? So thank you for coming. You are the one who brought it out of me. So in every person, while you give, you have to remember the receiver brought out from you the biggest gift that you're born with, which is giving. So when you're volunteering, in the end of every volunteering session, say thank you to the people that use you or ask you or directed you how to volunteer and what to do, because those people brought out from you the best part of your personality, which is giving and sharing. I would like to challenge you on this week, the section of sharing and volunteering. And I would like to challenge you by raise your eyes, you realize, and look around you and see if there is people who are missing things in their life. And make sure that you see it before they reach out to you. That's a secret of the game. See if there is people around you or maybe would appreciate sandwich, new pair of shoes, shirt, a hat, socks, just physical thing. Or maybe you see some people around you who need some good words, and you can initiate the good words and reach out to them and tell them the good words. Reach out to them, buy them the new shoes or the new sweater or a sandwich or a hug, whatever that you think that you can add and share to those people. Make sure you are doing it, because that's how you fulfill yourself. And don't forget, after you end up your sharing, say thank you for helping me share with you. Thank you, and I see you next session.
This has been another episode of Vital Transformation's Guided Sessions. For more information, visit us at vitaltransformation.org, where you'll find access to all of our guided sessions, content library, weekly updates, and upcoming events. To keep content like this new, relevant, and free to the public, make a donation today at vitaltransformation.org/donate, or write to us at donate@vitaltransformation.org. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you soon.